And we are live. Welcome, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Jukebox Playlist. This is a show that we do once a month, where we count down various different topics in the music world. December, we did top 10 Christmas carols. January, we did top 10 guitarists. February, we did top 10 rappers, which wasn't divisive whatsoever. And now for March, we are doing top 10 TV themes. This is one that I've been pretty excited for quite a while. We got a full panel today, but first I want to introduce our other Canadian on the stream. He is, of course, the Sandman, Sandy Robinson. How are we doing, man?
I'm doing great, Brooklyn. Thanks for having me. This is, we've been talking about this particular top 10 for a few months now, so I've been looking forward to it. I'm glad we were able to do it today.
Yeah, awesome. Joining us as well today, he was a semifinalist in the last in the TV tournament. That is, of course, El Lobo, Jim Green. Jim, how are we doing, man?
Good. Coming off of that amazing championship match last night. So that was a great thing to co-host. So it kind of like transitions perfectly into today.
What a great segue. Speaking of the championship match, we do have our champion.
Done on purpose, Brooklyn.
that is the Titan today, Chance Ellison. Chance, how are you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. I don't have a lot prepared because I was told about this last minute, but yeah, I'm happy to represent the TV.
Yeah, Tim Smith was supposed to be on the stream today, but unfortunately, his internet it wasn't working, so we had our champion at last minute. And then last, certainly not least, you might be wondering who the hell this guy is here. It's my brother Graham. He's joining us all the way. He's home from China for a little bit. He's here for a month. So we need to give you a nickname before we do anything.
I mean, I guess the first thing that comes to mind is just Cracker.
I'm the Black Lantern.
The Cracker?
I don't know. No. Graham the Cracker. I don't know.
So the
White
Cracker.
All right. You are the Cracker.
As bad as it sounds, but I mean,
yeah. All right, guys. So how this is going to work for anybody who's not familiar with our process, what we do is that we go through the panel and we each nominate a theme song that we believe needs to be in the top 12 TV theme songs of all time. We will then vote on that. If there is a majority, then that theme song gets on the 12. But if it's voted down, then it's stricken out of the list. We repeat this process until we get 12 theme songs. And when we get to our 12, we'll then rank them accordingly, so that eventually we can get an ultimate goal of a top 10 TV theme song list. So, without further ado, let's get things going. And I'm going to be the first one. I'm going to have this nomination here. To anybody who's chatted with me previously, I think this is no surprise as to what the greatest theme song ever. A song by Danny Elfman by a little-known series called The Simpsons. The Simpsons is the greatest TV theme song to ever come about. Just a great orchestral arrangement that's very wild, and it takes you all over the place, but it really captures that Simpsons vibe that makes it so prominent, and what's kept it around for two plus decades. Let's go over to Sandy first. Sandy, the Simpsons make the top 12.
Simpsons is on my list, and it just happened the way I wrote the numbers down that it was actually number 12. So I'm going to vote yes on this one.
All right, Jim, over to you.
I think with the Simpsons, it is one of the criteria that I'm kind of thinking of is, do you have to be told what show it's from? And with the Simpsons, it's definitely not. If you play it for anybody, you're like, oh, that's the Simpsons. So yeah. Simpsons is a yes for me.
Awesome.
All right, so that is 3 yeses. It's a clean sweep right out of the gate. Simpsons makes the 12. Chance, I know your vote didn't count, but had you what way would you have went?
On The Simpsons, yeah, I would have absolutely said yes. I mean, The Simpsons, granted, bad as the show has become, I think that theme song has taken its place in TV history, and it's for a reason. Like, that song has become synonymous with the American viewing audience, synonymous with that show, to the point where, yeah, Jim said it, like, you can play that theme for anyone, and they can instantly tell you it's The Simpsons. So, I don't know if it's the greatest of all time. Might get into that later, but, yeah, I think it absolutely deserves to be top 12.
Yeah. And Graham, how would you have voted?
Yeah, I definitely would have voted yes as well. Just once you hear that song on the TV, you know exactly what's coming up. You know that you love to go through it and listen to it all. So I think it definitely deserves a spot on the list.
Well, excellent. Great start, gentlemen. Simpsons makes the 12. Let's move on next to Sandy. Sandy, what is your first nomination?
Well, I'm debating whether or not to go old school, or 80s old school. And I think I gotta go. I think I got to go 80s old school and get it on the board right away. And it is my number one pick for the greatest theme song of all time. And I'm sort of like Jim on this, where my criteria is once you hear it, do you forever know where it's from, and does it stick in your head like forever, like a bug crawling in your ear? And that is the theme from Knight Rider.
Ooh, interesting pick. All right, so Knight Rider is up for nomination. Chance, since your vote didn't count last time, does Knight Rider make the 12?
Oh, putting me against the Hoff, or at least the theme to the Hoff's show. Yeah, I think that's kind of like to your point, Sandy. Like if you play that theme song, I'm not sure. It would take me a while. I wouldn't be able to. I'm sure I could get it, but I wouldn't know. Like the Knight Rider theme doesn't like instantly. It doesn't instantly click for me. So for that reason, much as I do love David Hasselhoff in just about everything, I gotta give Knight Rider a no.
All right, Graham, over to you since you voted to knock out.
I'm actually the same. I got to say a no on this just because I'm pretty unfamiliar just with Knight Rider as it is, so I can't really give it any like I don't know. I'm not sure how it is, so I gotta pass on it.
All right, so I'll vote next then, and I agree with Sandy that it is like one of the more iconic 80s theme songs. Like when you think 80s, like that is one of the themes. Looking at my 12 right now, and I think there's one or two that I can kind of bump off to accommodate for that spot. That's honestly one that I didn't really think of. But then again, I'm a 90s 2000s person. So I'm gonna leave it up to Jim. Jim, there are two no's and two yeses. Does Knight Rider?
I'm sure if you play the theme for me right now, I could tell you, I could pick it out for you. But as far as like thinking of it, I can't. Like it hasn't committed to my memory. So Jim, good luck.
I hate being the decider because I hate making choices. But I will say I agree with Chance in the sense that if you play it for me, I'll probably go, oh yeah, that's Knight Rider. But like just saying Knight Rider doesn't just automatically like snap it into my head. So I do love Sandy and I love Hasselhoff, but I'm gonna say no.
I'm really sorry, Sandy. You did have some support from Luca in the chat. He said if someone's monitoring the chat, could they tell Sandy that Knight Rider is the Alice from Resident Evil of TV themes?
Absolutely, Luca.
Is that a good thing?
Is that a good thing?
I'm wondering the same thing. I don't know. Is that?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a compliment or not.
I don't care. Yeah.
Sandy's taking it as one, so that's
Okay. So Luca is verifying that is not support. Ooh, I'm really sorry. Jim, over to you. Your first nomination.
I would just like to take this opportunity to defer my first choice. I'll go after Chance just simply because Chance is the champ. So I got to let Chance go first on this.
All right, Chance.
Thank you.
Your first nomination and why?
Okay, so I have one that could start some controversy, and I'm prepared to change it if you do not take it. My first nomination, the one I want to go with is the Twilight Zone. Does that qualify?
Yes, it's an instrument. It's an instrumental, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. So,
the instrumental by Rod Serling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that definitely counts.
Okay, so yeah, the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone is one of my favorite shows of all time, and I think that intro does such a great job of putting you in that zone of what you're gonna see. You're gonna see something very bizarre and very strange, and with the music of that of that classic intro by Rod Serling. I think for the show, that I think is just, I think it's the very vital part of the show. So yeah, I think the Twilight Zone should absolutely be top 12.
Okay. So since Jim deferred his nomination, I'll let him vote first.
That is one of the. It's a creepy theme song, and it is just the instrumental, and I will be nominating one of those down the road. But I think with Twilight Zone, it sets the kind of like just that kind of like the way it grabs you, and it kind of sets the tone for like this creepy kind of show that you're about to see, which I think that kind of like does it for me. So I'll say yes on the Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Sandy, over to you. Does Twilight Zone make the 12?
Yeah, like I won't even beat around the bush. Twilight Zone makes my list, and not only does it make my list, but it's actually quite high up on my list. I almost left it. I almost forgot about it, and then that it just creeped into my head, and I was like, "Damn, yeah, you know, you remember that all the time, and it creeps you out. You know, something creepy's coming on the show that you're gonna watch." So, and the fact that it's Rod Serling, it's black and white, it's it's gold. Yeah, so it's on my list.
Yeah. Graham, how would you vote?
Yeah, I definitely want to yes as well. It's like something that's just almost ahead of its time, and for when the Twilight Zone came out, and just that eeriness of it, and just the use of what was it? Was it? I think xylophones in it. I almost forgot, but it just felt really far ahead from when that show came out, which was really cool.
Yeah, I won't lie. I won't lie that whenever it was first mentioned, I couldn't put a song to a name, but then once it clicked in, once everything clicked, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that needs to be on here. So yeah, I think that Twilight Zone is a clean sweep. That does make the 12. So Jim, over to you.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna shock some people with my first choice, and not go with the obvious that everyone thinks that I'm about to say, but I'm gonna go with the theme that's been changed slightly over its run, but has been basically the exact same theme song for the show for 50 years, and it's Doctor Who. I mean, it just with
How is that not where?
Because everyone thought I was gonna nominate something else first, but I'm gonna change it up and go with Doctor Who, just because with Twilight Zone, how it kind of sets that tone when you start to hear the Doctor Who theme song. If you play it for anyone, they'll probably go, even if they don't know Doctor Who, they'll probably be like, I don't know, is that Doctor Who? And it's like, yes, it is, because it has that kind of like, it catches you, and the kind of like quirkiness of the show to where it's kind of like the Madman in the Box. That theme song perfectly describes the Doctor character without even saying any words. So yeah, I'm gonna nominate Doctor Who.
Right. So I'll go first in voting. Actually, no, I'm gonna defer because I'm gonna get a lot of hate in the chat. I've never watched an episode of Doctor Who. Could not. Like if there was a gun to my head and they said hum the theme song, couldn't tell you. Yeah. So Graham.
Yeah, I would have to say no, almost for that reason. If you play it, I don't think I would be able to pick it out, just because I'm not super big into Doctor Who. I understand there is a big fan base for it, but I am just like, the song almost escapes me at this point, and
Jim, could you hum like the first 5 seconds?
If you hum it, you could change my mind.
Sandy was just doing it.
I was just doing it. Do 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 do.
It's so good.
Yeah,
I gotta stick with the no on it.
I agree as well. But hey, yeah, Sandy and Chance could easily change this.
Still hope. There's still hope.
Sandy.
All right. Listen, I I watched Doctor Who when I was a kid, and those were like the early first season, like the first ones with like the guy with the crappy, the Hogwarts muffler that he wears, and I just thought
that would be number 4, sir.
Oh, number 4, yeah. See, that's how much I know about Doctor Who. But it was a great show on Saturday mornings. I would just sit there in front of the TV with my brother, and we would watch it. But the theme song, like I said, I've barely watched an episode in my entire adulthood, and I still know the theme song. So it's a yes for me.
All right. So Chance, our TV champion, it comes down to you. There are 2 yeses and 2 nos.
It's funny because essentially the theme song of Doctor Who is essentially like an acid trip, like was essentially like a music, like a song. It's the same reason I said we should put Twilight on. Doctor Who should be on. It does such a great job setting that like tone, and yeah, the bass riff, the theremin, Doctor Who gets on top 12.
All right. Doctor Who makes the list.
Thank you.
And just because Jim's going to throw out that, I'm going to shut down immediately. So, yeah, I'll give him Doctor Who.
All right. Yeah. So Jim, or no, Jim already. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So for my first pick, it's something that's not super classic, but it's something that I've been watching a lot lately. And
I know where this is going.
Well, my pick is Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I really enjoy that. I think
oh my god!
For what it is, I think that it sets up the show so well because it's such a light and fun little melody, like orchestral piece, and it just sets up for what I think is the mentality of all of these characters in the show, because they think what they're doing is just fine and great, and everyone agrees with them, but in general they're just horrible people, and I think it's a great contrast for like what the show really is.
All right, so Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Jim, you go first as the person probably closest to Philly.
For that reason, I'll say please come to me last, but U.S. geography, some of you Canadians are closer to Philly than I am.
Actually, yeah.
Please save me last.
All right, Chance.
It's hard. It's hard for me because like I'm gonna give it a no, just because I can't really like put the theme together in my. That's always saying Philadelphia. Music from that show, Dayman, stands out. So. Yeah, I'm gonna say no on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, even though I do really like the show.
Dayman is the fighter of the night, man, champion of the sun.
You're a master of karate and friendship for everyone.
For everyone.
God knows. Sandy, over to you.
I will be completely 100% honest. Never seen an episode of this show ever. So it's something people have told me about, but I've yet to pull it up on Netflix and start watching any of it. So. I have to say no because I don't know what the theme song is, or I can abstain.
Yeah, I have heard the theme song since you've been home. We have watched quite a bit of Always Sunny, but there's a lot more on my list. Like Always Sunny might be like top 30, but definitely not top 12.
All right.
Yeah, so my vote does not count, so I will abstain. Because it's too close to my heart. It was a show that I discovered in like season 2, and like when I was a teenager. So it's too close to my heart to try and decipher what I would answer on that.
Yeah. All right. So with that, we have three nominations that got through. Unfortunately, Knight Rider and Always Sunny did not make the list. So we're on to round 2 of our nominations. And with that, I'm going to take you guys. I want to tell you a story about how somebody's life got turned upside down.
Oh.
I want to take one of the
Brooklyn, stop
right there.
Stop.
Just
stop.
Tell you how
you're gonna butcher this. Just stop.
Put it on the list. Put it on the list.
It's on the list.
Yeah. Okay. Fresh Prince. That was good, guys. If we can if we can keep on this pace, we're on.
No, that's gonna be yes. Is anybody gonna even say no on that? I mean,
It's on my
Come on.
list. And it was high. So
oh, easiest one of the night probably.
next to The Simpsons.
Probably.
So we're just
Who's next?
going-
That was easy.
that was
Yeah,
it.
that was it. That was
We're
it.
very easy.
Sandy, over to you.
Oh, my turn. All right, I still got to keep repping here, so I'm going to pick probably one of the most classic theme songs, and anybody that's in this room right now or listening, that says this isn't a classic theme song, or when they hear it can't automatically go, oh yeah, I know that. It's an amazing little country ditty from the Duke of Hazzard.
Oh God.
Don't even start with me, you guys.
I thought you were gonna go a little more classic than that.
It's on here. I have it on here somewhere.
Yeah. The Dukes of Hazzard's great. You have got that slow twangy guitar, you got the voiceover, you got the singing, you got the yee-haw, you got the jumping, you got the Duke boys sliding across cars, you got Daisy and her Daisy Dukes, you got moonshine, you got everything in that
Man.
Very true. Very true.
Okay, so Jim, since your vote didn't count, I'm gonna go to you first.
Dukes of Hazzard. Personally, I was not a big fan. I didn't really ever watch the Dukes of Hazzard, but despite that, I still know the Dukes of Hazzard theme, and it's just it is a very country, like kind of like, I think after all of my stuttering and not really saying anything, I'm just gonna say yes so I can stop stuttering to myself and trying to find ways to say yes.
All right, Chance, the Dukes of Hazzard make the.
Fuck. Okay, this is hard because I am a huge fan of Dukes of Hazzard. I think that show's absolutely hilarious.
Great.
But I do think there's some TV themes that, for me, outrank it. So I'm gonna say no. Sorry, buddy.
You dastardly.
All right, Graham.
What's the vote right now?
The vote right now is 2 yeses and 1 no.
2 yeses and a no. Ooh. And are you the last one to vote?
Yeah, I'll be the last. If you vote yes, then it gets in. If you vote no, then it goes to me.
I'm gonna say no and just let you decide.
Drama. There it is.
So before I make my decision, Luca wants Sandy to know that the Dukes of Hazzard Ellen references the TV theme songs.
Is one of the what?
Is the Ellen Ripley
of TV theme songs.
He's killing me.
Thank
He's
you.
taking all of my picks from the freaking action heroines.
Well, Ellen Ripley is kind of a better one.
She is.
Okay, so
That's a good one.
So I'm
The Resident
gonna
Evil one.
so I'm gonna elaborate here. When I like the 2 country theme songs that I had on my expanded list, so there was Dukes of Hazzard and honestly the Ranch. I love the Ranch's theme song. But I like that. But I think for me, the Ranch is my favorite, but Dukes of Hazzard is better. So with that, I think Dukes of Hazzard is going to make this list.
Awesome.
So Dukes of Hazzard makes the 12.
Nice.
And the Dukes of Hazzard song, Just the Good Old Boys, was an original composition for the Dukes of Hazzard, whereas the Ranch's song
The Ranch is a
The ranch was not.
was by what 2 Highwaymen, gentlemen? This was a question asked a couple Jukebox matches ago. I believe a certain Duke of. The song "Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys." I believe a certain Hope Fallon Madden got the question right to win his match against Grant.
I know what it is.
Yes, it was a.
It's Waylon Jennings and
Chris Christopherson, isn't it?
no, it's not Chris Christopher. It's the pot guy. Goddamn, Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
All right, so Dukes of Hazzard makes the list. We are at We have five. We have five songs so far. That's pretty good, guys. Pretty good. Chance, over to you next. What is your next nominee?
Okay, so this is kind of a personal pick for me, and probably will be for a lot of people who were kids in the past 40 years. It's from a kids show that's been on for like forever. Basically, I'll say this: sunny day, sweeping the clouds away. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? I think Sesame Street, and that is like the epitome of great kids TV show themes. It perfectly set, like a lot of these themes, perfectly set the show, or it's like this sunny, great place you want to be with all your monster friends and giant bird people. Granted, this is how to get to Sesame Street, but I'm not going to hold that against. It's still a great, bright, colorful, fun TV theme song for a great, fun, colorful TV kids show. So yeah, I think Sesame Street should be on top 12.
Okay, so I'm going to vote first. Chance, I'm going to break your heart. I'm going to say no, because I have two kids' TV theme songs that are better. And I will get to those later if I can. Graham.
I'm going to say yes, actually, because when it comes to those kids shows in that age group, that is the one song that would actually come to mind, like just almost right off the bat, if you were to be like, just hum me a kids song, like an educational
kids song.
Yeah, bam, that's it. That would be the one. So yeah, I'll say yes.
All right, so that's a yes from Graham, a yes from myself. Sandy.
All right. Wow, should I do it or should I not do it? No. Jim was nice to me earlier, so that's I won't make him be the deciding vote on this. All right, and Chance, I love you, buddy. I love you, but it almost made me say no to this, just specifically because you said if you were a kid in the last 40 years. Sesame Street's been on for like 60 years, dude. I was a kid during that time.
I think it's been.
Oh, it's been on forever. So
yeah, it has.
But it was on my list because it's a great theme song. It engages kids right away, and who doesn't want to live on Sesame Street? It's always sunny.
Who doesn't want to live on Sesame Street?
Sesame Street debuted in November '69.
69. So 50 years. Okay.
All right. So Sesame Street makes it. We are halfway there. Jim, over to you. Your nomination and why?
Man. See, there's ones that I want to nominate because they're close to my heart, but I think this one is I'm gonna nominate, even though I really never watched the show, and it's a really, really, really classic one. And let me see if I can whistle it, which I can. And everyone should know what it is.
Yeah.
Fuck. You know, the
Nice.
Andy Griffith Show.
Yep.
Mouth was a little bit dry there, but the Andy Griffith Show, I mean, all you need is that whistle. Everybody knows that whistle. I'm not even that big of a fan of the show. It's not my favorite classic show. I'll nominate that one a little bit later, but I wanted to give Andy Griffith's theme it's time to shine here. So that's my nomination.
Okay, so Chance, over to you.
God damn. Well, I do love the Andy Griffith Show. Like, come on, Andy Griffith and Don Knotts being the world, probably the TV's funniest cop. But as for the theme song, I love whistling, but I gotta give it a no, just because I think there are others I think instead. So I'm sorry, Andy. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jim. Sorry, Andy, Don, but I gotta give you guys a no.
All right, let's go to Graham.
Yeah, I've got to be definitely a no as well. Just once again, I'm just unfamiliar with it. I don't think I know the Andy Griffith Show like whatsoever. So I don't know. Like
one of the greatest comedies on TV.
Really?
You know what's really sad?
Okay.
You know what's really sad?
What?
You're not even the youngest person on the stream.
Really?
Chance is younger than you by like 2 years.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Kids.
Yeah, I got some watching to do, I guess.
I'm also going to say no because there's a other classic theme song I think that needs to be on there before that, and also when you mentioned whistling, I mentioned the amount of times I got picked on because I can't whistle, and to this day I still cannot whistle. So it just
traumatic memory.
Just brings up bad memories for me. So I'm gonna say a big old no on the Andy Griffith show.
It could have been a medium-sized no.
Andy, how would your vote have went?
My vote would have been a yes, just because I grew up on the Andy Griffith show. So, and he could have his dry voice or not. As soon as he started whistling, I knew exactly where he was going. So it's but yeah, no, it's a great show, great theme song.
Yeah.
Great. Over to you. Is it mine? Mine
yeah.
now?
Yeah.
All right. I see on this list here that we've only got. I think we only have
6.
We have 6. We only have one cartoon show, so I'm gonna bring it back to another animated series. I'm not sure when this came out. It was like, no, I'm not even gonna say it. I don't want to be wrong. But my nomination is the Flintstones.
Nice.
Very classic tune, just something that's just like, it's very like humble, you know, like.
Okay, I'll go first, and I think that Hanna-Barbera needs to be represented on this list in some way. You could also argue that Looney Tunes could also be on here, even the Jetsons, Scooby-Doo.
Jetsons was my second one.
Like any one of those ones could be on there, but to me, I think Flintstones is like interchangeable with Looney Tunes, as they're one of their better TV themes. So I'm going to say yes. Sandy, since your vote didn't count last time, I'll kick it over to you.
Oh, it's a yes. Absolutely. I mean, how does it not get on the list? Like, how does it not? I mean, say whatever you want for, South Park, Simpsons. The Flintstones theme song was the original cartoon theme song that everybody knew, and it was must-see TV on Saturdays. So, no, I am 100% in on it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 3 yeses right out of the gate. Jim and Chance, how would you guys have voted?
I would have voted yes.
Jim Gifford.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have given another animated theme song. Much I do love the Flintstones theme. I would have edged slightly towards no, but I'm fine with it being on the list.
Yeah. Okay, that's understandable. All right. So that is round 2. We now have 7 nominations total, so I think that was pretty good. The only one not making it this round was the Andy Griffith theme. So my vote is next. I think this might be the only sports theme that's going to get nominated. I got to try for it as a good Canadian. That you would have heard this song every Saturday night on CBC watching hockey. That is, of course, the theme to Hockey Night in Canada. Just an iconic theme, very horn heavy. Which one?
Which one? I'm sorry.
And then whenever TSN bought the rights to that song, Neil Peart gave a really good cover of that theme. So I got to try for it. Jim, since your vote didn't count last time, does the Hockey Night in Canada theme make the list?
I'm going to have to say I'm not a hockey fan, nor am I Canadian, so I'm going to have to say no.
Not surprised in the least. Chance?
I am a hockey fan, but I'm also not Canadian, so I'm going to have to get a no.
Okay. All right, guys, we're fighting uphill here pretty quick. Graham, what do you go to you next?
Shit. The first Canadian to answer this. I love it. Yeah. It's a great song.
Go on.
It's a fantastic theme to any Saturday night that comes up. But I don't want to say it. I don't want to say that butt word.
Keep in mind where you're sleeping tonight.
I know. Lock my door. I can't let it go just because I think we've only have 10 spots, and I think there's just a lot of other things that need to get on the list.
Your father would be very disappointed in you.
The way it's going to go.
Sandy, how would you have voted?
Oh, come on, really? Like, you and I were singing it, through the whole time there. So I mean, I would, and the Neil Peart version when they went to TSN is awesome. So I would have said yes.
As Hal Rudnick would say, it's iconic.
It's iconic.
I love that great song. Yeah, we got
Maybe in Canada, but in
No,
America,
four more spots.
No, we have 5 more spots.
Oh,
Okay,
all right.
Brooklyn. I'm gonna have to unfortunately go. I gotta go take care of something. But if I can, I would like to nominate one more song before I go, just because it's
Sure.
my other classic one. I'm not sure it would get nominated without me. So if that's okay with you,
Yeah.
I'd like to do that real fast. It's the other really classic song that if you start singing it, I'm sure most people will know it. I don't want to say all, but I think on Sunday, Monday, you have Happy Days. On Tuesday, Wednesday, there's Happy Days. And then, Thursday, Friday, Happy Days. And then Saturday, what a day.
Nice.
I mean, I gotta go with Happy Days as my last nomination.
Nice.
Jeez.
Let's go over to Sandy first since your vote didn't count. I actually, Jim, somehow we have a replacement for you. So
I saw that in the chat there, and I, knowing this person, I know that he is a strong replacement and will do fantastic.
Son of a
oh boy,
freaking Luca.
I'm
look at the chat right now.
I'm not going to confirm or deny that.
All right, okay, so it's my turn. As much as I love Happy Days, which I really, really do, and that song sticks in your head, and it's awesome. I have like 13 more movie TVs that I got to do, so I have to say no on this. But it is not because I don't love this song. I really do.
all right, Chance, Happy Days. Yes, no.
When thinking of Happy Days, one song sticks out to my head, and it's 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. It's the ending song sticks out more to me than the opening song. So for that reason, I'm gonna say no.
Okay, I'm gonna vote next. So that's 2 no's. I'm looking at my list again, and I can see a couple that I see another one that I can take off here, and I think. Actually, no. I'm gonna change my mind at the last minute. I'm gonna say no because I think we need some more newer stuff on here. We don't have anything from like the 2000s, and I think there's some themes from the 2000s that need to be on here. So I am gonna say no.
I agree, and with that, my last nomination won't go through. I'm sorry for this, guys, but I know Luca, who is a beast, and basically everything he touches will do great. Thank you all. Thank you, Sandy, and thank you, Brooklyn, for putting this together. I'm sorry I couldn't stick all the way through, but have a great rest of the night, guys.
No worries,
All right,
pal. Have a good night, man.
Jim Green, everybody. So,
hello.
Controversy.
hello.
Controversy.
It's the Butcher, Luca Hotel Madden, joining the stream. How are we doing today, man?
Yeah, not too bad. Looking forward to the Jukebox match tonight.
I have some bad news. That actually isn't happening tonight.
Oh dear, when's that happening?
There are some scheduling problems with that, so
Same time tomorrow.
yeah, same time tomorrow. Hopefully, crossing our fingers that it's the same time tomorrow.
We live in hope. Yeah, no, I'm doing good. I don't actually watch that much TV. So the things that I will be nominating will be like the very few things that I have watched and enjoyed the themes for, and the stuff that like really sticks out to me. So this should be fun.
This should be fun.
All right. So Sandy, your nomination.
This was always going to be my 3rd round nomination, and I am so happy that Luca is in this now because I'm probably going to rob him of one of his. But this song is iconic. It is recent. There is nobody in all of Britain that did not hear this song chiming in and know exactly that this show was on at the time. I am voting for Downton Abbey's theme song.
Sure, that wouldn't have been one of my nominations, but okay.
There's no vocals or anything to it, but it's a great classical piece of music that you recognize the minute you hear it. And we're looking for, ones that are in the 2000s. Well, guess what? The most popular TV show and its theme song in the 2000s.
Luca, since you just joined us, we'll get your vote first.
Yeah, sure. So the Downton Abbey theme is kind of gorgeous. Trying to look up who composed it. Okay, so it's John Lunn who composed that, and it's really, really beautiful orchestral. But I don't think it is kind of definitively, sort of thematically. It doesn't sound like how Downton Abbey watches, is basically what I'm trying to say. And for that reason, because I don't think it's intrinsically linked with the thematic material of the show, I'm going to have to vote no on that one. Also, because I'm a filthy British socialist and it's about the aristocracy. So,
All right. That is an unfortunate no right out of the gate. Graham.
This is a really tricky one. I know that a lot of people do enjoy Downton Abbey and stuff like that. I've never been big on it. It's really tricky, though. I'm just going to have the list here as well, checking the spaces we have. And in my head, I don't think it fits on the top 10 that we're going for, so I would have to say no on that.
All right. Chance, over to you. There are 2 no's and a yes.
So I'm gonna have to give it a no also. Even though I do think it's a very good composed theme, I do think there's some more modern ones that could fit more on this list. So,
Stake in my heart, Chance. Stake in my heart again.
I have to echo the statements of Chance Graham and Luca. Just because we have 5 spots remaining, and I'm looking on the list right now, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I think need to be at least mentioned before Downton Abbey. So it's close, but I'm gonna give it a no. So Chance, over to you.
How many nominations happen before it gets back?
Okay, so
I'm having trouble to keep up.
Sorry?
How many nominations does it happens before it? Sorry, how many nominations happen before it loops around to me? I'm just having trouble keeping up.
So you'll be next.
Okay, sure.
So, I do want to try to get a modern TV theme on this list, and I think one of the most important creators, not important, one of the biggest creators of TV right now is Netflix. So, my theme is going to be from a Netflix show, and I am going to pitch Stranger Things. Stranger Things, I think, does a good job putting you into that vibe of like 80s sci-fi horrorness, and like it's a great theme, and like probably the one Netflix theme that like every time you watch a Netflix show and you're binge watching it, it'll have that like skip intro option. One that people I think will actively ignore because that theme is just so great and gets you so pumped for the show. So yeah, I'm picking Stranger Things.
Okay, Sandy, since you, let's.
I already know what Sandy's gonna say.
I don't like Stranger Things. I didn't like the first season. Didn't like the second season. Watched 4 episodes of each. Completely, absolutely wasted my time. I don't find it very good at all. The theme song. Every single 80s show that I've mentioned so far, you could go back and watch and listen to those better theme songs to a ripoff of an 80s theme song. So it's an absolute hell no for me.
I'll go next, and I'm gonna echo Sandy. I'm gonna give it a no. I like the show. It's not the 5-star piece of perfection. But the theme song is really simple. It's just like, it doesn't really, like, I don't know. Yeah, like it's newer. It's a newer theme, but it doesn't really catch me as like a. It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know. It's not good.
Should have gone my other one.
Graham?
Yeah, same with you. Love this show. It's a fantastic show, and I think all of
Thank you.
Really good, and it all fits really well with just what happens in the show and just the whole style of it all. I have to be a no as well, though, just because I think it was almost what Brooklyn said. It is like it's not that the theme song's simple, but it almost matches the other music in the show a little too much, if that makes sense. But that's my take on it.
So unfortunately, Stranger Things does not make the docket. Luca, your vote didn't count. So how would you have went?
In direct contrast to Sandy, I feel like Stranger Things was secretly made by someone who really, really likes me and wanted to make something that would just make me happy, because everything in that show is everything that I love. The theme song.
Thank you, Luca.
The theme song is a really, really great theme song for a cyberpunk show or like some kind of futuristic cop show. Doesn't sound like a sort of a horror-y 80s throwback type thing to me. It sounds more like something like a Deus Ex TV show or miniseries theme might sound. So I would have said a no, because it's kind of clashes with the show for me. So yeah, I would have gone down on that.
Okay, so that's a. I'm really sorry, Chance, but Stranger Things is a hard no across the board.
I knew I should have got my other one.
All right. So Luca, since you just joined us, your first nomination, please. Keep in mind, guys, we have 7 spots, or we have 5 spots left, and the current 7 that we have are The Simpsons, Twilight Zone, Doctor Who, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Dukes of Hazzard, Sesame Street, and The Flintstones.
Okay, sure. Only one of those is one that I would like potentially disagree with.
And who would that be?
I love the Dukes of Hazzard thing. The Ellen Ripley thing is like full on a compliment. So I'm gonna go with something that I think is just like the most fitting and musically in line with the themes of the show. Something that came from a fantastic show, from a visionary mind, a man who thinks very much in terms of sound in both his TV and movie work. A director who has a history of working with fantastic composers. For his TV effort, the theme from Twin Peaks. It is incredible. Like the way that song, which is called Falling, it's sung by Julie Cruz. The instrumental version has music from Angelo Badalamenti. Is just like really stunning and really eerie and really creepy, and fits Twin Peaks so well. And I was shouting about it in the chat, but I got to bring it up here now that I'm on the show. Pretty much the entire reason I was so enthusiastic to be on here is so I can talk about how much I fucking love the Twin Peaks thing, because it's sick. And after this, I might just drop out of the call. So I've done what I can. No, I'm staying. Don't worry.
So I'm gonna sit myself out of this, because I can't really put. I'm really sorry, Luca, but I haven't watched Twin Peaks at all. So I'm gonna send myself one. I'm gonna let myself sit out of this vote. But Graham, over to you.
Correct me if I'm wrong. God, it's Twin Peaks. I'm the same. I haven't watched the show, but is Twin Peaks? What kind of show is Twin Peaks? Someone tell me that right now.
The one that's all set in a really good town in the mountains where the girl dies, and the investigator goes to try and figure out what happened, and it all gets like super weird and freaky. It's David Lynch.
David Lynch. It's awesome.
Okay, David Lynch.
Fucking Canadians.
we're some bare naked ladies loving, maple syrup and whiskey shot shooting kinds of sons of bastards.
I can't believe Hockey on Saturday Night got nominated before Twin Peaks. It's insane.
I know Twin Peaks is such a great show, but it's gotta be a no for me again. And just it's my lack of not watching it. That's my problem with it.
Yeah. All right, so Chance, I want to go over to you. Twin Peaks, does it get a yay or an A?
Okay, so Luca made an argument that Twin Peaks kind of fits the tone of the show. I don't think that's completely true, but I think that's in the show is fair. I think it's an artistic choice. I do think that, the fact that like in Twin Peaks nothing really adds up. I think the fact you have that scene song along, I think that really helps it, and I do think it's a great theme for that kind of show that it is. I fucking love Twin Peaks, and yes, I do think it should be top 12.
I think it fits the show in terms of how anachronistic it is. That's kind of one of those things where it's a bit.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. In that sense, yes, it does.
Yeah. So Sam, over to you. I believe you are a tiebreaker.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna mess around with Luke on this one. Twin Peaks, the original series, was one of my favorite shows. It was one of my favorite shows, so it's an absolute yes for me.
Yes.
All right. Well,
I had
that's
two people who hadn't seen the goddamn show, and it still got on the list. That's how good it is.
yeah. God, you couldn't have voted yes for Hockey Night in Canada. Damn. Let's go back to China. All right. So, speaking of you, you're next.
Tommy.
Your nomination.
My next nomination. I probably got a good one. I think I'm the same. Like I got two choices here. I was trying to think of which one would be better.
Damn.
Let's go with kids themes again. And I think this was like a Saturday. It was a weekend morning cartoon show. Gets you super pumped up every time you hear that song. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Just gets you jacked and amped every time you hear it. You're ready for these guys to kick ass and take names. Yeah.
In honor of Tim and Jim, who were going to be on the panel, but had to back out. Yeah, I have to agree. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on my list was number 9. So I think I'm gonna give Mighty Morphin Power Rangers a hard yes. So I'll go over to I'll go to Chance first.
Oh, okay. So Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is like my ultimate guilty pleasure TV. Like I grew up watching the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, even though I was not alive when the show was on TV. It sucks, but
On you?
what was that?
How were you not on? How were you not alive when it was on TV? You're younger than me, aren't you?
I was born '97, so I think I was either too young or I had already wrapped. But it pains me because I do love that theme song. It does get you pumped for these guys to kick ass, but I gotta give it a no. Oh, it pains me. It pains my Ranger heart, but I gotta give it a no.
All right, Sandy, over to you.
Go Power Rangers. Yeah, it's a yes for me. I love that show. I love the original show. I haven't kept up with Mighty Morphin, Neo Rangers, Ninja Gaiden.
Not worth
Powers.
it.
No,
I kind of like the dinosaur one.
Well, the dinosaur was kind of fun.
I stopped watching after I think Mystical Force.
Man, there's so many
the
of them.
one they were.
Oh, the
they were-
one that learned magic. The one where they learned magic's fucking great.
I stopped after that.
I just finished watching a video where it was like they went through like all the animations of like them going through the morphing, and it's gone bonkers. It's insane.
I know
what they do now to like transform.
So yeah,
all right,
yes for me.
Yeah. So with that, guys, we now have 9 on the list. We still have 3 spots to go. So my nomination is next, and I'm really surprised how Game of Thrones has not been nominated yet as one of the best TV theme songs ever. I haven't watched an episode of Game of Thrones, but the theme song is so catchy, and it's that constant melody of the moving eighth notes. Like once you hear it, everybody starts singing it, and it's like. I believe why the show is so great. It's backed up with that iconic theme. So I'm nominating Game of Thrones. Graham.
Once again, it's helpful to have this list right here by me, and I see that we just don't have a lot. What's that bottom one? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I was like, it's an acronym on that. I couldn't understand it. We don't have a bunch of very recent TV shows, and as new as the show is, but like it's just exploded in popularity and everyone loves it. And I think the theme song is a big reason for it too. Like Chance said, it's very hard to skip this. Like if you were to watch it like streaming, and like it's one song that you can just kind of listen to as you're getting in for the show, gets you prepared and stuff. So I'll give it a yeah.
Yeah. All right, Luca, over to you. Since
it's so boring. No.
All righty. My dreams, one no at a time. Sandy.
Yeah. As much as I know the theme song, because somebody, my wife, makes me watch it whenever I have control of the TV. I fast forward right through it because the show is actually more interesting to me than the actual theme song. So once you hear it, you hear it. For me, it's a great theme song. It really is, but I got to go no on it.
All right, so we have a tie, 2 yes and 2 no's. Chance, over to you to break the tie. This Game of Thrones make our 10th.
The North remembers, and yeah, I'm gonna give it a yes, just because like right when you said Game of Thrones, like the entire song really started playing in my head. I love that theme. Probably one of the best contemporary TV show themes, and that's because a lot of TV shows don't do theme songs anymore unless they're like kid stuff. But yeah, I will give Game of Thrones a yes.
Yeah,
It gets in.
All right, so Sandy, you are next. We have 2 spots remaining. What makes our 12?
This is so hard. This is so hard. I mean, if I go with my heart, it ain't gonna get nominated. If I go with what I think should be nominated, we're so close. You know what? I don't give a crap. Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip. It started on this sunny port, aboard this tiny ship. The Gilligan's Island theme song. I'm voting for it. Put it in there. It is awesome. It is a story the whole way through, tells you how it starts, and you can start on the flippin' Castaway Island because you know everything that's happened up to that point. So Gilligan's Island is a great song. I could sing the entire thing to you guys, but that's what I'm putting out there. I know it's going to get hammered, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, we'll go over to Chance first, since you we will make you the deciding vote. Gilligan's Island.
Here on Gilligan's Island. That thing's fucking great. But why do you keep doing it for Sandy? Why do you keep picking shows I have to say no to? It's because we're down to the last 2 spots. We gotta make sure these last 2 are super unique. Gilligan's Island isn't unique. I do think that's a very good show and a good theme, but I do think there's other stuff I think belongs more than Gilligan's Island. So just purely for that reason, I'm gonna go no.
All right. So that is a no. Luca, over to you.
I like the Gilligan's Island theme song a lot. It's like kind of a fun sea shanty type thing, and I like that. My issue with it is that it's really long. Like it's like a minute and a half, and I don't like. So I'm going to get onto something a nomination if it comes around to me that is also a similar length. But the Gilligan's Island theme is it's just I just think it's too long to be as effective as it could be. And it's that thing where at the start of the show, you get the start of the story, which I think is massively appropriate for how people watch TV at the time, which is like 1 episode a week. Whereas when I saw bits of Gilligan's Island, it was like chunks of episodes, you know? And it started to wear on me. So I just think because of the way that I watch TV when I do, it's just kind of grates a bit. But I think it's musically very fun. But no is what I'm getting at.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm really torn. I did watch Gilligan's Island whenever I was growing up. I am familiar with the theme.
You should not be that torn. There are 2 spots left.
Yeah, there are 2 spots left. There's still another classic one that I think that's better. That I'm really surprised hasn't gotten mentioned yet.
I got like 5.
I gotta say no. I'm really sorry, Sandy. I gotta say no.
I dig it, man.
And so I think Graham.
I would have been the same, yeah, with the no, just because we're down to 2 spots left, and I think it's good, but it just would have been. Let's put it in. It would have been in like the 10 to 20 range.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Understandable. So Gilligan's Island gets a very, very bad, somber no. Chance, over to you. We have 2 spots left, man. Make them count.
You know, writing this out, I just realized how many things I want to make a list that aren't going to because it's basically impossible. I'm kind of torn because there's some I have on my list that I think could definitely make the list, but one that I really want to fight. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go for the one that I want to fight for. So I really admire a TV theme when they can do something to kind of like tell you about like the story or the characters, kind of like Fresh Prince or Gilligan's Island. I'm gonna go with a more modern-ish theme. It's from what I will say is the greatest TV show to ever get canceled too soon. That is the theme from Firefly. I think the theme from Firefly perfectly puts you in the mindset of the main character, Malcolm Reynolds. It tells you a lot about that character, tells you a lot about the world. I like the great sci-fi Western feel. It's a great theme. It's a theme that like I will listen to, like even when I'm not watching the show, I'll find it like on YouTube and I'll listen to it. That actually, like funny story, actually that's probably one TV theme I've actually bought on iTunes. So I think the Firefly theme should definitely be at least considered for top 12.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go to you first.
I understand how tragic it was for this show to be canceled and just after its first season. But it's got to be, as sad as it is, it's got to be a no for me again. Just because again, it's the same as the Gilligan's thing. It's down to 2, and I don't know.
All right, so I'm gonna go next. And when I'm playing the song in my head, I'm comparing it to the other ones that I have on my list here, and it beats out. There's a show that's like kind of similar to it, but not really. But I think it's better than that one.
If you're talking about the show that I think you're talking about, it might be one that I'm going to bring up.
Maybe. Fuck. Man, I'm okay because for me, there's a certain genre that I don't think is represented on this list, and does that? Okay, I'm gonna go yes. I'm gonna say Firefly. I think needs to be on the 12. Yeah, Firefly needs to be on the 12. That's it. You said no, right?
I said no.
Okay, Sandy, over to you.
Oh man. Okay. I'm legit saying right now that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 other shows that are sci-fi related theme songs on my list. Firefly wasn't one of them, although when Chance mentioned it, I was like, God dang, because that show is so awesome. And canceled way too quick. You know what? I say yes.
Thank you.
All right,
I like it.
Firefly.
I like it.
Luca, how would you have went?
Firefly, the theme is not as good as Firefly the show is, and I think the theme is only so well remembered because the show is very good. I think it's kind of dull.
Okay, understandable.
And again, there's another Firefly-esque show that I would have brought up, but now will not.
I think I know where you're going, Luca. I know where you're going.
What are you thinking?
Cowboy Bebop.
I am indeed talking about Cowboy Bebop.
That's what I thought.
But I think Firefly is a good show, and the theme is fine. Serves the show well. 12 of all time, no.
All right. So we have one spot left. Luca, you have the opportunity to fill that last spot. What show do you nominate next?
Yeah, right. I'm not letting Firefly get on, and not bringing up Star Trek: The Next Generation. No way in hell am I letting that happen. Star Trek: The Next Generation is the best Star Trek series. There's no debate on that. And the theme is sweeping and orchestral and beautiful and military, which is what it should sound like. And it's really like the original Star Trek original series theme is like weird and quirky and fun and like very, very 60s. And I like it. And it's kind of it's very much a look what kind of a weird, quirky universe you're in store for. But like the Next Generation is just like so much more like exploratory and adventurous and really like it's so epic. I think it's just an absolute wonder of a theme song. So let's go with that.
Awesome.
Okay, so while you guys are determining your votes, I'm actually going to listen to the song because I've never watched an episode and I couldn't put it.
You know the song. I'm almost certain you will know the song.
Yeah, you know the song. You've never seen the show. You probably know the song.
I need the same thing as well. I gotta hear this too.
Yeah, I gotta hear this. So I'm gonna pop it on right quick while you guys determine.
There's literally just Chance who is gonna. Oh, and Sandy. I already know what Sandy's answer is going to be.
I mean, okay, yeah. All right, Chance, how are you voting for Star Trek Next Generation?
Well, anybody who knows me very well, or anyone who knows me in general, knows that I'm not the biggest Star Trek person. Yeah, Sandy's laughing right now because he knows how little I know about Star Trek. But here's the thing is, there is one show that I did watch a good amount of episodes of, and that's Voyager. Okay, and also The Next Generation. And yeah, I mean that theme, it's sweeping, it's epic, I think that epitomizes what the show is, because that essentially is the better version of the 1960s Star Trek show. I completely agree with Luca. That is absolutely the best Star Trek show, although I do have a soft spot for DS9. So I will give Next Generation yes.
All right.
What was that, Luca?
I like Discovery quite a lot as well, but it's nothing compared to the Next Generation.
Yeah. Sandy, I feel like I know where you're going with this, so I'm just going to start writing.
Oh, hell yeah. This gets on, this was number 2 on my list. So it absolutely, for everything that Luca and Chance said, the best thing about Star Trek The Next Generation theme song is its hope. The song is filled with hope. It's filled with the we are the Federation, but we're so happy to be out here doing stuff. And, but still had that, like Luca said, that militant, that vibe, that staccato vibe for it. And once you get it in your head, it's there for the rest of your life. So 100% yes for me.
It was really cool to hear you describe that, Sandy, as I was listening to it. That was great.
Nice.
All right, guys. So we do number 12. So I'm gonna listen to it just to kind of refresh myself with that theme. So while I'm doing that, we'll go Sandy, Luca, and then Chance. Just rhyme off 3 themes that you wanted to try to put on the list, and just give kind of a brief phrase as to why you think they should be. All right. We'll go Sandy first. We'll go Sandy, Luca, Chance, Graham, and then we'll go back to me.
Okay. If we're gonna go with me first, the theme song that was in my heart that I wanted to nominate, but I knew would get absolutely clobbered down, was the Beverly Hills 90210 theme song. I was entering adulthood when that show came out, and it just I didn't miss an episode. 10 seasons, and I was there day of on that. There's no PVRs when that show was on. You had to tape it on VHS, for crying out loud. So that was one of them. I debated between these two, between Knight Rider and this other one, because I love the voiceover work that gets done into it, and then the big booming sound of the orchestra. The A-Team is absolutely a great theme song, and you can pick either one of these two, but I'm taking 4. I couldn't choose between these two, but the Addams Family and the Munsters.
I would take the Munsters.
Yeah, so I had both of them there. I didn't know what I was going to do with either one of them. I got to the chance, but the Addams Family or the Munsters theme songs, they're just so awesome. That those 60s shows that they were doing something right back then. So those are my honorable mentions.
All right, Luca.
I know a lot of people like the Animaniacs theme, but when it comes to the shows by that team, the WB team at the time, Steven Spielberg produced, I like Freakazoid. I think the Freakazoid theme is a better summarization of that character, a better explanation of that story, and just sounds better. I would absolutely bring up one of 2 anime themes, one of which is Cowboy Bebop, the other of which is Neon Genesis Evangelion. They're the most iconic, they're the best. And just so impressive, musically. The theme songs for those shows are really long. They're 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, but they go by, and they're visually incredible as well. And then I would also want to bring up Tales from the Crypt, which again is a show that was basically made for me. And has just a really, really wonderful, theme that's spooky and camp and stuff like that. But also, has that great iconic ending, the Tales from the Crypt thing, and it's just I love it so much. It's so good. So yeah, those are mine.
Nice.
All right, Chance.
Okay, first, I'll mention the DuckTales. I think DuckTales is probably the biggest earworm of theme song
no,
of all
you
time. Like,
DuckTales was also on my list.
do you seriously like that is the one like theme song that will enter your brain and never leave. Like, it only goes dormant once someone says that title. It instantly pops in your head. So, DuckTales, personal pick for me. Friends, literally 4 claps.
I was hoping we could go the entire goddamn show without mentioning that god awful theme song.
You like
It
the
was
Bare
on
Naked
my
Ladies?
list,
That song
too.
sounds like it was written by the
Yeah,
Bare
the
Naked
Bare Naked. Yeah, exactly. So just because you said that, I'm gonna name
it was
more.
written by the Bare Naked Ladies.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original. I mean, you
Yeah,
hear that
better-
guitar riff
better
and
Power Rangers.
are pumped. And also, one more I want to bring up, probably the one theme song I have that's been better than the show, Greatest American Hero.
Ah, it was on my list too.
Oh, if we're bringing up cartoons, I'd also like if we're going like 90s cartoons, I think the X-Men theme also like the
I forgot that one.
so sick.
Yep.
All right, definitely a shit show, but for a great theme song, Big Bang Theory, I think, had a great theme song. Like, if you take that away from the show, that people would be like, yeah, that's a great song. But
It started
attached to a
good.
show.
Started good.
What's that? Another one. I came into this a little unprepared, but I think someone said that the show got their show got canceled, or it was Firefly because it got canceled too quick. But this show got canceled too many times. Futurama was another great one.
Yeah, we had the Simpsons on there, so
Yeah, it's too many Matt Groenings maybe. The use of bells and stuff in that just was really good.
I think it's
Really
musically better.
Yeah, like the composer for that was really good in it. God, what was?
I have like a list of like a bunch of here. So if there's any here you want to,
I don't know. There's a few like that I'm also thinking of. God, I'm looking at the chat here as well and just looking at these things. It's a good idea.
Don't listen to those meatballs. They don't know what they're talking about.
never listen to chat.
Never. They're messing with you. Come
Oh,
on,
I'd also bring up, Blinders, which is a British show. Its theme song is so great just because it's a Nick Cave song. It's Red Right Hand, which is just a great song.
I can't think of it right now, so I'll just go for it.
So I'll mention 4 in place of his. The one that the genre that I feel like wasn't represented a lot was the 80s comedy, and I would have went with Married with Children.
Cheers.
Ooh, good one.
Cheers would have been better.
Yeah, Married with Children. X-Files was another one. Super
We
iconic.
had Twin Peaks and Twilight Zone. You know, I was going to bring up X-Files, but we had Twin Peaks and Twilight Zone.
I was also going to mention The Office.
Okay.
Both versions of that show I'm completely allergic to.
Yeah, and then just to and then I'm not sure if Luca was a fan of the series, but but very specifically the UK theme of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
The show is great. I couldn't remember the theme.
Yeah,
If we're doing that, one of my favorite British theme songs is from the what the hell is the name of that stupid game show that I watch all the time on YouTube? The show about everything, the stupid trivia show about everything or whatever it is. Look it up on YouTube, guys. It is absolutely hilarious. It's great. It's man.
Show about everything. Is it called Pointless? Is that what you're talking about?
No, smart ass.
No, that's actually the name of a show. I was genuinely asking.
Oh, which one?
Pointless?
No, that's not it. It's like a trivia show of everything, or the 90s, or they pick a decade and they have 3 teams.
Oh, are you talking about the Great Big Quiz?
The Great Big Quiz, yeah,
the yearly quiz that they put on every year by like a bunch of like UK comedians and stuff.
Fantastic! It's so hilarious.
If I was to bring up a British game show theme, it would probably be like QI. QI's got a great theme. And then British shows in general, like Blackadder has a really good theme, and Black Boats also has a really good theme, so we'll go with those.
Nice.
All right, guys. So we have our 12, and what we're gonna do now is, out of the 12, we're gonna rank them accordingly. So what we're gonna do now is grab your whiteboards, guys, and yep.
I did not prepare for this adequately. I don't have a pen. Yes, I do.
While Luca's getting his board, quick honorable mention Recess as well in terms of kids shows. Very good.
Also, nomination for something that was like really obscure and like flew way under the radar, at least for me in the UK. The Beetlejuice cartoon theme is excellent.
Oh, that was a good one. I think the visuals are better than the theme, though.
The classic TV show that I mentioned, that I kept mentioning as the better one, I Dream of Jeannie.
Nice.
Sure.
All right. So
if you're going classic TV, then there's
Benny Hill as well.
theme song that beats the
Benny Hill. Yeah. All right.
I think that I would have voted No on Sesame Street probably because the Muppets theme is better. So there's that. Sorry, I'm holding the stream off.
Definitely deserved definitely a shout out. It's pretty tricky between those two sometimes.
Yeah. All right, guys. So out of the following, we want you to vote for your number 12 theme song. So we have The Simpsons, Twilight Zone, Doctor Who, The Fresh Prince, Dukes of Hazzard, Sesame Street, The Flintstones, Twin Peaks, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Game of Thrones, Firefly, and Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Sure.
Write it down.
Yeah. And then if there is a tie, there are rules put in place. So let me know when everybody's good.
I'm good.
I'm good. I got my number 12.
I'm good.
Yeah. All right. Okay, go first.
My number 1 was Firefly. I'm sorry, I can't show that. What?
So
12.
12.
Not 1. My bad. Firefly. I realize it's backwards on here.
Well, it's just the camera.
Yeah.
It works.
So what was I gonna say? We've got
you don't have to go on.
I think people just go. I think we just go right.
Yeah, got it.
So I went Sesame Street. Sorry, Chance. Sandy.
I went Doctor Who.
I think we're going to be deadlocked.
Luca.
I have Game of Thrones.
And Chance.
Dukes of Hazzard.
All right, so we're in a deadlock. Vote again, but you can't vote for the one that you just voted for.
Fuck. You can't vote for the one that you voted for. Okay, sure.
All right.
This is not going to be a popular opinion.
Sorry.
I feel like I know where you're going, Luca.
Chance keeps breaking my heart.
I'm ready, by the way. I'm just it's got Game of Thrones on the back, but I've got to be.
Chance, go first.
Game of Thrones.
All right, Luca.
They're the really boring family.
Sandy.
Wait, what?
I put Twilight Zone.
What did you put?
I did Twin Peaks.
I said Doctor Who. Fuck. God damn it. Okay, so what's had the most? Okay, so Doctor Who has had 2 votes.
Doctor Who, Game of Thrones. Doctor Who and Game of Thrones have both had 2 votes.
Is there any other ones that have had 2 votes?
Did anyone vote for Flintstones last time?
No.
No.
Did anybody vote for?
No. So
Okay.
Doctor Who, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so Doctor Who, Game of Thrones.
So vote for one of those.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I know what the fuck I'm voting for. It's my original pick.
I thought we had to vote for one
I
of the last 5, or else we would have done something else.
What was that?
I thought we were gonna vote for one of those last 5, or else I would have done something else.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I am sticking with Doctor Who. Graham.
I went Game of Thrones.
Sandy.
Doctor Who.
Luca.
Game of Thrones.
And Chance.
Dun, 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 dun. Game of Thrones.
Damn it. All right, guys. Game of Thrones is our number 12 theme song.
I've already got my card for my number 11, so I don't need to say one.
I also have mine for my number. I also have mine for my number 11. What?
I think we all do, surely.
I gotta rewrite mine because I gotta wait for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if it was anything like the Full Metal 5 Pixar movies, I had the same choice for like the entire until about number 2. I would not let Toy Story 3 get as high as it should have.
You nor Robert Parker.
Yeah. All right. Chance, go first.
Dukes of Hazzard.
All right. Luca.
They are dull as a rock. More Flintstones fans.
All right, Sandy.
Doctor Who.
Are we allowed to do the same thing as we did for the 12?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can still, yeah.
Yeah, I went Firefly.
Okay, so Doctor Who is going to be number 11.
That's so unbelievably wrong.
All right, guys, Doctor Who is number 11. I'm going to start writing a list somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep paper over here.
Okay, perfect. All right, sorry, guys. We're now down to our 10. So let's crack out our number 10 theme song. God damn it, I'm torn between two. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that, the one.
This is a much easier format to manage when you're only picking 5.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, I'm gonna go first, and Sesame Street.
I went Dukes of Hazzard.
Sandy.
For Chance, Dukes of Hazzard.
Luca.
Wow.
I know a lot of people love this show, but I think I'm going to have to slice it. More Stone jokes.
Chance.
Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard.
All right, Dukes of Hazzard is number 10.
In the top 10.
All right, your number 9 pick.
I'm kind of running out of rock puns. Need to know if I should choose a different show.
Yeah. While we're voting here, I want to say hi to we got John Salvi in the chat. We got Kale Mashed Potatoes. We got Malcolm, who was very prominent on Friends being on that list. Zadius was here for a little bit. Who else we had? We had Jonathan Peck was here for a little bit. And we had, I believe it was Danny Cost. He was here for a while, and then some Luca kid was trolling the stream for a little while,
Causing havoc.
This is how progress. This is how progress happens, kids. This is how you make your way in the world.
Yeah, just troll the chat enough that it'll
Wait for someone to drop out, and then you'll get your shot.
Yeah.
Well, y'all don't know
Alright.
if the gym had to drop out because I fucking poisoned his breakfast this morning.
Yeah. Chance, over to you.
Flintstones.
Flintstones? All right, Luca.
Still the Flintstones.
Sandy.
Have a yabba dabba do time. Flintstones.
Well, that's Flintstones. I was sticking with Sesame Street.
Mine started with an F, but it was Firefly. Flintstones 9.
Flintstones, I'm really sad Flintstones is number 9. I think it should be.
Getting tricky down to these ones. Definitely getting
My
tricky.
issue with the Flintstones song is that I think that the Jetsons song is like way more interesting.
I was so torn between
Music
voting for Flintstones or the Jetsons.
See, I think the Looney Tunes theme needs to be in that. Like, I'm torn between Flintstones and Looney Tunes for the number 1 Hanna-Barbera theme.
Scooby Doo.
Ooh, Scooby-Doo.
Also,
Yeah.
Looney Tunes is not Hanna
Yeah,
Barbera.
Scooby-Doo would have been higher on this list than
See,
Flintstones.
the trick with Scooby-Doo is it had like 3 different shows, so it had like 3 different theme songs, so you'd have to pick one.
So,
I guess that's true, yeah.
Scooby Doo, where are you?
Wait,
I would go with the classic one,
Brooklyn
like-
and Looney Tunes. You
But
literally
once new
see
Scooby-Doo
Warner
is
Brothers
actually
logo
pretty good.
in every episode. How did you think that was Hanna Barbera? Every single Looney Tunes episode starts with the Warner Brothers logo.
I thought Hanna-Barbera was a sister company of Warner Brothers.
It might be, to be fair.
Yeah, because I thought
no, that sounds like nonsense.
Could we have a fact checker on here?
I am currently fact checking it.
Yeah, I could have swore Hanna-Barbera was a sister company of like Warner Brothers because I thought Mel Blanc was like a producer or something with those shows.
Couldn't you just look at like whatever character on like God, what show is that on Adult Swim now? Birdman, Attorney at Law, because isn't that like all the Hanna-Barbera characters?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So our number 8 pick. I'm sticking on Sesame Street.
I wasn't. Oh God.
Oh, very cool.
It's fine. It's Firefly again.
All right, Andy.
Breaks my heart, but Firefly.
All right. Yeah, Luca.
By your logic, it's the best Hanna-Barbera show ever. Firefly.
All right. Fuck you too, I guess, and Chance.
Power Rangers.
Oh,
really?
shit, yeah, that is on the list, isn't it?
All right, yeah, Firefly makes number 8. All right, a number 7 pick, guys.
Number 7.
So I was corrected that Looney Tunes Hanna-Barbera is not a part of Warner Brothers. Yeah.
Hanna-Barbera did Tom and Jerry as well, right?
Yeah.
They did.
Which I mean makes
For a little bit.
It makes them the superior company.
Yeah. All right, Chance.
Tom and Jerry is the greatest cartoon of all time.
Agreed.
I can see that. The greatest Hanna-Barbera cartoon of all time, Power Rangers.
Luca.
Little known fact: the Power Rangers actually a sister company to the Scooby Gang.
Andy.
I went with the Twilight Zone.
All right. I did Twin Peaks, and I stuck with Sesame Street, so that means that the Power Rangers.
Everyone's favorite Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, everyone's favorite Hanna-Barbera show. I do Power Rangers. It's number 7. Holy shit, we are in.
Now we're getting to the really good stuff.
Yeah, we're Sesame Street's still in there, so I wouldn't say really good.
Fuck you, Brooklyn.
I want to answer something in the chat. No, Corey, Blue Nui did not make the top 10. So we can you don't want to know. Showcase late Friday night. It wasn't a. All right. So yeah, number 6. Keep in mind we still have The Simpsons, Twilight Zone, Fresh Prince, Sesame Street, Twin Peaks, and Star Trek: Next Generation. All right. Sesame Street.
Sesame Street.
Sandy.
Sesame Street.
Fuck.
Luca.
Sesame Street.
And Chance.
Twin Peaks.
All right. Sesame Street's number 6. Now we're into our 5. Our top 5. All right, guys.
What are the? Can I just get a repeat of those songs that are here?
We have Twilight Zone, Fresh Prince, Twin Peaks, Star Trek: Next Generation, and the 3rd best Hanna-Barbera cartoon of all time, The Simpsons.
This is going to be a really non-popular opinion.
Yeah.
Since when did you care about opinion, Luca?
I was just making a statement. I didn't say that I care.
John Salvi was what John Salvi looking for X-Files on this list. He's joining the stream late. He's wondering why certain shows didn't make it. Chance.
What I have? Star Trek: Next Generation.
Oh God! Whoa. I have The Simpsons.
Ooh, how dare you, good sir, Sandy.
So I'm going back with the Twilight Zone. Wasn't touching 2 of the big dogs. Come on.
I did Twin Peaks.
Luca, you're gonna hate me forever. Twin Peaks. Also.
Twin Peaks. I mean, to be like Twin Peaks is top 5. That's fine. It would have been top 0 if I wasn't here. So
It's true.
This is like when I got fucking Cloverfield onto worst third parties on Full Metal. This is great.
Yeah. All right. Twin Peaks is number 5. Number 5.
I think I got to change my vote on this one. I think I realized that I like it more than another song that people are probably going to hate me even more for.
Killing me.
All right.
What's left here?
Yeah.
Definitely.
My vote's going to be really unpopular.
I think this.
I think probably not as much as mine. I think I've chosen the only one that could be less popular than my previous vote.
Yeah.
I think we might have the same pick.
Okay. So Sandy and Dave, sorry. Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Son of a bitch, you guys.
Oh, I went Fresh Prince.
Oh,
Sandy.
I went Twilight Zone again.
All right. Luca.
I also have the Prance.
Fresh Prince.
And Chance.
Well, it's up to Sandy because I have Star Trek: The Next Generation.
All right. So where did I? So well. All right. Sandy, Star Trek: Next Generation, or the Fresh Prince. I'm just gonna start writing it down now.
Fresh Prince is number 4. I'm
okay with that. Fresh Prince is 4, so it's above Sesame Street. That's the important thing.
So, like, technically, all of our top 3 are like instrumental tracks, unless you count the spoken word bit.
Simpsons. Well, yeah.
The Simpsons has one song lyric. It's basically.
All right. So yeah, our number 3.
Oh, come on, you guys. Seriously. Why did I even erase this?
All right, Chance.
Yeah, Star Trek.
All right, Luca.
See, now I have the Simpsons again.
Sandy.
Twilight Zone.
I'm with you, Sandy. Twilight Zone.
So we're back at a tie again.
For
Star
fuck's
Trek:
sakes.
The Next Generation. Luca, is it Star Trek: The Next Generation or Twilight Zone?
It's Star Trek: The Next Generation. Sorry, Sandy.
No, it's not.
I'm telling Robert Meyer Burnett on you.
The Twilight Zone is okay. So,
Killing me.
we're voting for number 1 now.
Yeah.
We're voting for number 1 now. Okay, so before we do that, let's see here. Quickly, worst off top of your head, worst TV theme song ever.
Hammerman.
What?
The MC Hammer cartoon that never ended and it's over-explained way too much. If you guys have not seen the Hammerman theme song, go look it up. Like it's spectacular how bad it is.
Dang, I need to see that.
I've got 2, one of which is like a real thing, and the other of which I still refuse to believe is real. The one that's real and that I think is garbage is True Blood. I think that the True Blood theme is awful.
Yeah, that one's.
I think it's
it's like
horrendous hot topic Molgoth bullshit like that show.
this bland, like
the one that I'm not sure if this is real because I will be very upset if it is from a TV pilot from the UK from the 1990s called Heil Honey I'm Home.
What?
A sitcom set in the 1930s,
Oh, no.
starring the Hitlers.
Oh.
No.
And set during the appeasement, and they have a pair of Jewish neighbors, and the song is like a kind of a, sort of jaunty kind of sort of let's do the laughs and the hijinks, but it's about the Hitlers being the Hitlers.
Oh my god.
I kind of want to find that pilot now.
all right, Sandy.
Bad TV show themes. That's a tough one because I don't tend to watch bad TV shows. So, or what I would consider bad TV shows. True Blood was a great one. I hated that show, and that theme song was the worst. But Yeah, I got nothing. I can't think of anything right off the top of my head.
Right. If you don't have one, I do.
I was never a fan of the Family Guy theme song.
How?
No. It's as good as a like.
I understand.
It was funny and stuff, but I just
Everything
understand
about that show is garbage.
Okay, I understand that it's not the best. American Dad is the best of those three, but Family Guy isn't bad.
No, I didn't like it. Like, it's just one of those songs where you're just like, okay, I just got to sit through this. I can get through the song and Family Guy's on.
Yeah.
First of which I gotta say, before you give your answer, but first of all, Heil Honey, I'm Home, real show, in fact, and even more surprising, they made 11 episodes of that.
They planned 11 episodes, wasn't it?
That's got to be a too soon show.
It's 11 were made, only one was aired.
In all seriousness, like full on, the one episode of that show ends with Neville Chamberlain signing the Schengen Agreement with Hitler, where he promises not to invade Poland after being given some of Czechoslovakia. What? Like, it's a real show. They have Jewish neighbors. They're really Jewish.
Holy shit!
Oh man! All right, so the one I'm really surprised you didn't was Coronation Street. I fucking hate that theme song with a passion.
One's fine.
It's not good.
I don't like it, but every time you hear it, you know Coronation Street's on.
Oh, you know it's on. That's like when I hear it, it's like, all right, change channel.
Nice.
I want to just say to Jessica that I know that it's real. I just refuse to believe that I haven't imagined it. Because it's just not something that I want to acknowledge the existence of.
I am with you on that, dude. Holy moly.
All right, guys. So it all comes down to this. It is between The Simpsons and The Twilight Zone for the #1 theme song of all time. Is everybody ready?
No, just give me a sec.
Okay.
I'm ready. We're revealing #1, right?
We're revealing #1.
Oh, this is tricky. Oh, man. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, Chance, go first.
We're entering a 5th dimension, the Twilight Zone.
Yep, figured that was coming.
The greatest everything on television, the Twilight Zone.
Finally, Luke and I agree on something.
Greatest show of all time, greatest theme of all time.
Sandy.
We agree on half of one of the things he said.
The Simpsons.
Don't.
I also kept my #1 pick, The Simpsons. It needs to be the one tune. Graham as our special guest. Keep in mind where you're sleeping. It all comes down to you.
Had to pick me last. I'll rip this Band-Aid off fast. The Twilight Zone. That's what I picked.
Yes! Thank God there's more beer in the fridge.
I feel shame.
This is so good.
I feel so much shame.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So with that, we have our official list. Who would like to do the John Roca falsetto? You know what I mean?
You do it, Brooklyn.
All right. The top 10 TV theme songs of all time. Yeah.
That's not the octave it's in.
No, it's not. It's not.
Top 10! Top 10!
All right. At number 12, we have somebody.
The GOT, Game of Thrones.
At number 11.
Doctor Who.
Starting out our top 10.
The Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah.
At numero 9.
That's the Flintstones.
Stones.
At number 8.
Firefly.
Rocking it out at 7.
We got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
At numero 6.
Let's join the street, everybody. Sesame Street.
Starting at our top 5.
That'd be Twin Peaks, the greatest.
And number 4.
Fresh Prince.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Number 3,
Star Trek: The Next Generation.
our penultimate theme song.
The Simpsons.
And our number 1 TV theme song of all time is
Say it with me, Chance.
The Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone.
The Twilight Zone.
Bogus.
All right, guys. So that was pretty fun. I know Sandy can attest to this. There was a bastard to get the stream going. I was having internet problems previous to this. There was a couple of gosh darns and by gollies, and yeah, I wasn't a happy camper about 2 hours ago. So I want to thank everybody at the panel for joining us today. Luca for filling in for Jim while he stepped out. Sandy, we'll start with you. Where can the good kids of the world find you?
No, you guys can always find me on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter at Full Metal Media. We're gearing up for this coming up Friday for our championship match between Brian Fernandez and Jessica, the vicious troll.
A couple of chumps.
Yeah, so yeah, listen to this guy over here. So we're gearing up for that, and you can also find me playing over at the Jack of All Trivia whenever I get a match to play. I'm there.
All right, and Luca, where can the good kids of the world find you?
You can find me kicking ass in Jack of All Trivia in the Jukebox division. You can find me kicking ass in Full Metal Trivia. You can find me kicking ass in Worldwide Movie Games. You can find me kicking ass in Battlegrounds. You can find me pretty often on Full Metal 5, making opinions and people being not very happy about it. Yeah, besides that, just like give me some fucking privacy. I'm on enough things. Leave me alone.
Chance, our representative, the TV champion of the world, where can everybody find you at?
Yeah, of course. You can find me, of course, Jack of All Trivia in just about every league you guys have. Full Metal Media, do a lot of stuff over there. Be a fan of the channel for Christ's sake. Worldwide Movie Games, and also my YouTube channel, Chance the Critic, and Twitter, Instagram at ChanceWars91.
Right.
Also, on there will be trivia on Worldwide Movie Games very, very soon, probably in the next few weeks. You can find myself and Greg Weinstein taking on Chance and Russell Howell in a match. So that'll be fun.
Beast of a match.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Notorious Chance are going to get fucked up.
So we'll see about that, buddy.
Yeah. And to our very special guest today, Graham the Cracker.
The Cracker.
Where can the good kids of the world find you?
You can just find me on Instagram at Instagram_46, and just Facebook. And I don't know, I'm pretty new to this trivia, so maybe I'll be on one later on. We'll see. Who knows?
All right, and last but not least,
Sorry, Brooklyn, I wasn't on the stream at the beginning. Who is this child you have kidnapped?
this is my brother.
Right.
He is home. He is home from China for a few weeks, so we wanted to get him on here, and yeah.
You live in China? You look very Canadian for someone who lives in China.
I am very Canadian when I'm in China and when I'm in Canada as well.
He's the worst ever. Worst ever.
All right, guys, and last but certainly not least, time the Buckeye to Brooklyn Vale. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. It was a great show. What are we at for time here? We are at
20 hours.
We're under 2 hours, so that's pretty good. That's right in the ballpark of where we want to be. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're interested in competing in movies, inner geekdom, television, wrestling, be sure to hop in on that. Keep in mind, guys, as well, if you watch the Rewind on Saturday, April 14th, is our Game of Factions match. We have 4 factions in Sons of Apocalypse, Alpha Alliance, Atomic Nation, and the dastardly NWO to see who is the greatest faction to rule them all. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, and Twitter, all at Jack of All Trivia. Cheers, peace out, and as always, drive safely.